Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Hope Zoe. Welcome back HopeGeng, and if you're new here, it's really lovely to meet you. Feel free to subscribe, leave a like and turn on your post notifications so you know when I post. I hope you enjoy my content, and without further ado, let's get into this video. So guys, if you've clicked on this video, you've probably seen my thumbnail or the title, and you're here for a chat and you're here to hear what I have to say. So guys, before we even get into this video, there's going to be a few disclaimers I would like to put out there. If you feel that this is a sensitive topic for you, please feel free to click off the video now. And number two, if you are going to be coming in the comments and saying some, nonsensical nonsense that doesn't make sense, or you're just trying to argue or get a reaction, please leave now. Or if you do post a comment, you will be blocked. There's no time for that. And thirdly, there will be some kind of sensitive pictures and videos that will be in this video today, because I just want to try and get my message across as the best I can. And I feel like with these videos and with these examples, I can express myself. So without further ado, let's really get into this video. Well, as a black woman, I don't think it's right for me to keep on producing content without addressing this matter that is at hand. I feel like I can use my platform as a way to put out awareness and to get my point across and to express myself. So if you haven't heard, well, you need to wake up. On May 25th, George Floyd was murdered by Derek Chauvin. He was a police officer. Initially, George Floyd was arrested because he tried to use a counterfeit bill, $20 bill, to purchase something at a store. They called the cops on him, okay, and the cops came, but at the end of the day, it wasn't really that deep. I'm pretty sure he didn't know that the $20 bills was fake. They called the police on him. When he was in handcuffs and he was arrested, he trips and falls on the floor. When he's on the floor, policemen are holding him down. Okay, I'm just a bit confused because he's already down, he wasn't struggling, and he was already handcuffed. Do you get what I mean? He was already subdued. So there was no need for the extraness that the police were exhibiting. So one police in particular, Derek Chauvin, or whatever his name is, aka a murderer, okay, knelt down on George Floyd's neck as he kept on saying, "I cannot breathe, I cannot breathe, I cannot breathe, I cannot breathe." He kept kneeling on his neck. There were police officers around that didn't do anything about the situation, knowing this man was in distress. People, when they saw this, people were outraged and there was an uprising. People decided to protest. All around the world, everyone is standing together to protest against this injustice that is happening. No justice, no peace, no racist police. And this is the thing. People think, okay, just because of police brutality, racism has been an underlying problem. It has been indoctrinated into the subconsciousness of people for hundreds of years. It's not even that too long ago that segregation ended. So it's not as if racism can just be abolished just like that. I'm not saying that protests are, not doing, yes, it was making a stand against each other. But what I don't agree with is the looting, people robbing Target, Planet Fitness, going to work out there for free. You're really just taking advantage of the situation so you can get in a workout. Really, are we serious here? What is really going on? People that are protesting, trying to get the message across, talking, spreading awareness, compared to looting, stealing from Target. What's that about? It's just playing into those stereotypes that people, associate black people with. We're always loud, we're aggressive, and we're exhibiting those things. Not me, but people who are going into the stores, breaking down shops. It just doesn't make sense. It's not really adding up. Me personally, I believe that a discussion should be had. All this propaganda that the social media is showing you, that needs to stop. Because I saw recently, a police officer kneeling down with this girl kneeling down. They were hugging and embracing. And I'm just thinking, just because you're hugging, it doesn't mean it's going to go away. It's still a problem. There's still issues that need to be addressed, okay? Protesting for how many amount of days is not going to change somebody's mindset unless they're willing to change. This is why we need to enlighten people. This is why we need to create a safe space where a discussion can be had between someone who is racist and someone who is black. The only difference between me and you is that I have more melanin in my skin than you. So how does my melanin define me as a person? How does that even define me as a person? Like, that is something I cannot fathom. Like,
about how I feel. And I feel like that we are treated differently than other people, and I don't like how we're treated, and just because of our color doesn't mean anything to me. I believe that
you're doing great. You're doing a great job.
Don't stop the clock. Do not stop.
we are black people and we shouldn't have to feel like this. We shouldn't have to protest because y'all are treating us wrong. We do this because we need to and have rights.
I just think to myself, is this an appropriate place to raise a child in? Is this an appropriate children? Children, they're just scared. Like before, because I don't have a criminal record, I've never been in trouble with the police. But the fact that someone can just see me on the street and think, oh, Hope looks like this girl called Amanda that we're looking for that is on the wanted list. We're just going to snatch her up and say, yeah, you're Amanda. Just because I may look like an Amanda, yeah, that's walking down the street, I can be snatched up knowing I have no criminal record. I don't even really look like Amanda. Just because we're both black, you assume that I am her. And that happens a lot. Did you know that 1 in 1,000 men in America can expect to die of police brutality? Can you imagine, can expect 1,000 is a shorter average than 1 million? Can you imagine, can you fathom that number? Like, this is not a society that we need to be bringing our children up in. We need to make a stand now. And I feel like a lot of people are quite lax about the situation because it's not at your doorstep. Okay, police brutality, yes, it does happen in the UK. However, sometimes we're too lazy and we're like, oh yeah, it's not happening here. But what if that's your brother? What if that's your dad? What if that's your uncle? Like, you need to think about this. We need to put a stop to this now. So in the future, we don't have to worry about that. In the future, my child doesn't have, when they hear a police siren, they're still cowering like, oh my God, are they coming to get me? No, like, that is not what... Police are there to protect us and make us feel secure and make us feel that, okay, justice will be served if something happens. Not to be here killing us. The thing is that, can you imagine, black people in general are 3 times more likely to go to prison for a crime they didn't commit compared to a white man. So in this clip, I'm going to show you a man who was wrongfully incarcerated for 37 years. Okay? So...
On the morning of December the 9th of 1982, a 30-year-old white woman was raped and stabbed in her home. I was arrested on January the 4th. I couldn't believe it was really happening. I knew I was innocent. I didn't commit a crime. But being a poor black kid, I didn't have the economic ability to fight the state of Louisiana. At the trial, none of the fingerprints at the scene matched mine. 3 people testified that I was at home, but they wanted somebody to pay. I was sentenced to life in 80 years without the possibility of parole or probation.
So as you've heard, he was incarcerated for 37 years for a crime he did not commit. Although 3 people, 3 witnesses, 3 key witnesses came on the stand and said, nah, he is not the one, he didn't do it. His fingerprints at the scene of his fingerprints and the fingerprints at the scene of the crime, they were not even the same, but they just wanted to lock somebody up. And because he was poor, because he didn't have, the advantages of getting a better lawyer to, abdicate him, he had to go to jail for 37 years of his life. Can you imagine? Because I'm sure obviously after he's been released and acquitted from all of these, for whatever he had on his record, and the state compensates you for their own wrongful imprisonment, no amount of money can get back the years you've missed. If you've had families or children or nieces, no money in the world can bring back those years that you've missed. All for what? Because you didn't want to do a proper investigation. People are losing their lives. People are losing their family. People are losing their brothers, their sisters, uncles, nieces and nephews just for the lack of, just for people not being thorough, just because you just want to put someone behind bars, just because you want to. It's just so hurtful. It's just really hurtful, and it's just such a shame. I just think to myself, like, imagine if aliens were watching us and thinking like, raw, these people are literally, they're made up of the same things, just because their skin differences, they're here fighting. Like, do you see how shallow that is? Just because my skin is a bit darker than yours, you think that you're better than me. But I want to talk about social media and businesses that have spoken about, what is really going on. So have you seen a lot of people called out Pretty Little Thing, Fashion Nova, those brands that really like to capitalize on black features, having the big lips, having the small waist, having, curvaceous, hourglass bodies. They love capitalizing on black culture. But the minute now something like this pops up, like, they're nowhere to be found until people start calling them out, start, what's the word, putting pressure on them, saying, what's your own piece, like, what do you have to say about what's going on? And then they just put some really half-hearted post out, and you just know that they didn't even put any sentiment. There's nothing in it. Like, I could have made that post in 2 minutes. Like, there's just no sincerity in the post. There's nothing. It's not like, oh, we are going to donate, to these charities, or, to protests or stuff like that, to show that you really do support it. Because some people, I feel like they don't want to speak out on the problem or the matter that is at hand, because they feel like, oh, I'm scared that if I say something, I'm going to say it's better for you to say something than not to say anything at all. Like, let us know what is on your mind. Do you get what I mean? Like, I just don't understand the people, because I see, okay, when I post Black Lives Matter, or when I see who's liking the post, I see who's quiet. Some of you, if you're getting blocked, then you know why, innit? Like, some people, like, people that show their support and they stand by you, those are the ones that those are the real ones. Guys, we need to start supporting black businesses. We need to start boycotting all these big brands. And I just think these brands are successful. These brands are successful. Did it stop recording? Oh, sorry. These brands are successful because they're just convenient. Now we actually need to make an effort. Delete that PLT app. Delete that Fashion Nova app. Go and find black businesses. If I can find a link, because I remember a lady talking about a link that has all the black businesses. I'm going to find that link and put it in the description box below. Because I know from now on, I'm supporting black businesses. I have a lot of friends who are black that have their own businesses that I'm really going to invest my time and money in to start supporting them, because I can't be supporting these people. They don't really care. They only like to cherry pick what they like to use when it's a brand, when it's a trend, when we're popping, they want to jump in now. But when stuff gets serious, they're backing out, It's either you're in or you're out. Make up your mind. If you don't want to say anything about the matter, and you agree, yeah, like, I'm better than you, like, just, separate yourself. If you feel that that's how you want to act, okay, you can stick with your G-Eazy, you can stick with your M&M. Let us stick with our own, okay? If you don't support us, why should you even have the opportunity to try and emulate some of our features? You always want to have the tan. You always try, like, oh yeah, them people that are like, oh, I'm almost your color. But now when it's time to speak important facts on our color, now you're nowhere to be found. Interesting. Guys, you really need to take a minute and think about how you want to support the movement. I've been making sure I'm getting on all those petitions, but when people send me petitions, donating, making sure I'm doing my own part, I support people. I just want to show that I am here and I stand for Black Lives Matter. I am proud of my heritage. I am proud of my culture. Okay, like, I will stand by it 110%. Nobody can tell me who I am. My skin does not define who I am at all. I am Hope Zoe. I am Hope Zoe. I was gonna say my last name there. I am Hope Zoe. Okay, and I'm proud to be black. And that's on period. Like, you need to be more self-assured and just be you. What I wanted to talk about, guys, is, you know, what people are willing to put out in the media. And it's funny how the other day on Netflix, I was watching The Purge because it came up as one of the suggested. It's called The First Purge. Okay, and if you haven't watched it, well, I'm gonna spoil it for you. Sorry. What happened is that it was basically, I'm pretty sure you've heard of The Purge, when they have 12 hours or 24 hours, whatever amount of time to kill each other. All crime is legal, you know, for a certain time frame. But in this purge, what had happened was the government purposely did this purge to try and kill off black people, essentially low income areas which were highly populated with black people. I'm just thinking, like, what are you putting out there? What are you really putting out there? Like, look at the message behind it. Why are they pushing for this kind of thing? Why is Netflix recommending me that I should watch this when it's not right? Like, I'm not saying, oh, Netflix, but I'm just saying, like, see what is being pushed out there. I'm never ever getting stuff about, oh, like, black empowerment. Oh, look at this, look at that. I'm always seeing us put in a negative light. Even from the first scene, it had some, like, a crazy black guy who was aggressive, you know, playing into those stereotypes. Like, I just cannot wrap my head around how my skin can affect somebody or make someone hate me so much. It's just quite upsetting. And like me, I'm not a very emotional person, but it's just, this has really struck a nerve with me. And, you know, thinking about it, pondering about it, I just wanted to just get this off my chest. I just want to make sure I say my piece, I contribute, because I want the atmosphere that my kids grow up in, the environment, I want them to be loved. I want them to be appreciated for who they are. I want, not because, oh, she's black, oh, automatically she's aggressive, automatically she's ratchet, automatically she's an angry black woman. Just because I'm trying to express myself and put my point across, if how I present it, it may be as if I'm being loud, but I'm just trying to make myself heard. It doesn't mean I'm an angry black woman. It just means I'm trying to express myself, and you should listen and hear what I'm trying to say. I'm just, obviously when I edit this, it's gonna make a bit more sense, but like, I just want to say my own piece. I want to get it off my chest. I don't know, like, it's just, I'm just baffled. Like, I'm actually baffled. So literally, if you made it this point of the video, the moral of this video, okay, is just be accepting of other people. Don't judge people by how you see them first. Obviously, yes, when you do see the person, you know, you make an assumption on how they present themselves. Let how they present themselves and how they come across to you be how you judge them or how you perceive them. Don't let it be just because of the color of their skin. You know, we are people too. I'm not a trend. I'm not a challenge. You know, and I am a human being. The same air you breathe, I breathe. The way you bleed, I bleed too. That, I'm just saying, the moral of the story, treat others how you want to be treated. So if you've made it to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching and sticking it out with me. I love you so much. To those people who keep on sharing my content, I love you. I'm going to keep saying this every video. I don't care. I love all of you. Thank you so much to everyone who believes in me, everyone who sends me encouraging messages. You know, some people, like some of the people who have subscribed to me, they do reach out to me on my social platforms, which I really appreciate. Thank you guys. Like, all I can just say is thank you for watching. And if you did enjoy this video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you want to ask questions or if you want to have a discussion, please feel free to leave a comment. Like, it's quarantine, I don't really have anything else to do, like, so let's have a discussion. Do you get what I mean? Also, don't forget to subscribe and turn on your post notifications. And you know, I never thought about saying that, but make sure you turn on your post notifications so you know when I post. Obviously, this was a bit of a sensitive topic, but I will be posting some more uplifting and entertaining content. But that's for another day. I'm still continuing with my self-care series called #HopeThisHelps. So Guys, thank you so much and have a lovely day. HopeGeng out.